Using the combo system of the martial artist, I just tore down from full health with guard to 0. Hey all, Tyson, designer of Phantom Epoch here. I'm going to be talking to you guys a little bit today about the martial artist, a new starting class that's going to be bundled with the Exiles of Volan campaign for free during our upcoming Kickstarter on March 10th. So we're going to take a little bit of a look at how the martial artist plays. I'm going to actually play through a mission. And just before I do that, we'll see if my camera doesn't cut this out. We're going to be playing on Tabletop Simulator today, just because that's a lot easier with my setup to stream. But I just wanted to show you the first Exiles of Epoch ever made. And the map that we're going to be playing on today in these brand new mission books that come with Exiles of Volan is Volan #1. So let's switch over to Tabletop Simulator and get started. So we're going to play Volan 1, and I'm not going to read the story or anything, but basically we've just arrived on Volan through a gate, and our job here is to clear out the hostiles in this cavern that we enter into so that the exiles can actually get a foothold on the planet. So that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to be playing as the martial artist, as a slink, and as the warrior, as a growling. And let's go ahead and get started with this. So a lot of the stuff in Tabletop Simulator in this save that I'm using is actually just placeholder, just for the sake of playtesting online. But yeah, we'll see. Well, it should work just fine. We'll see how it goes. But before I get started, let's just take a little bit of a look at this class here, the martial artist class. So the whole thing about the martial artist, the main trick to it is that it has different style cards. The martial artist itself just has the standard style, and then each of its advanced classes have a different style. And the idea is that as you play cards, you're actually building combos which allow you to unlock special effects when you play them. And we'll see this as we go. We'll probably not see it in this very first round here. I'm going to go ahead and just play Focus Energy. And I can only play this card if I'm not attacking this turn, and I don't plan on attacking this turn, I don't think. But it lets me discard it at some point later on to get damage ×2 on an attack. And on my warrior, I'm just going to brick wall. I don't want any of these bad guys attacking me. They hit really hard. Ooh, the adrenaline rush makes it a little bit tempting to do something else on my martial artist. So let's change my mind here. Let's line up a really big arm. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so just for this round, I have 12 AP. So let's make this work for us. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start the round. And first is our warrior, who is simply putting up brick wall. Then we got a red Volan, wild beast, who will be gaining flying, but he should already have flying. That's a special condition on this mission. And of course, flying is a new condition in Exiles of Volan that does exactly what it sounds like it does. So these wild beasts are able to fly, and they're going to go ahead, and this one's going to move forward towards us. And you see that because it's flying, it can actually end its turn and its movement over a gap space, and it can go right over objects as well. And it's going to convert its attack to move still a little bit closer. Not quite in range, it'll stop right there. Next up is the light blue wild beast, who will be doing something similar, gaining flying. 1, 2, 3, 4, moving 4. And we're still not quite in range, fortunately. So it will move one more space to get us both in range. Well, on the dark blue, so it already has our warrior in range, but it's not actually attacking. So it's just going to hang out exactly where it is. And if I were to enter space adjacent to it, then it would attack me. But that won't be happening this turn. All right, now our martial artist. Time to see this guy in action. So, first up, I am going to play my guard card. And the reason I'm doing that first is because it has the guard cards on the martial artist have this nice special effect here where if I fumble, I can actually leave my guard in order to continue attacking. Now I'm going to do a move 4 and then attack -1 on this light blue wild beast right here. And I fumble. Of course I fumble. So let's go ahead and remove my guard that I just put up. Can I put that up? Now I'm going to do a cross. Let's go ahead and roll that. And you'll see that instead of discarding it, I'm putting it down here next to my standard style card. It has this red icon on it, and we'll see what that does momentarily. Now, technically, I did just defeat this wild beast, but just for the sake of showing this off, I'm going to pretend I didn't. So now if I wanted to, I could then use my next attack, and I could discard cross from the combo from the style card in order to activate the corresponding effect, which is an attack +2. So if I were to play hook now, I would discard this, hook would come down here instead, and this attack would become an attack +2 instead. Likewise, if next time I play an attack, I could discard hook in order to get either the yellow or the blue special effects. Well, all that said, I defeated this thing. So I'm not doing that. Instead, I'm going to just go ahead and defeat it. And you'll notice I put this orange token here. This is called a Kior token. So this is the energy that's used to power unlockables on Volan. So this planet, it hasn't been civilized for a very long time. There's no shops here. There's no currency here. The upgrades work a little bit differently on Volan than they did on the 3 main planets of the core campaign. So I'm going to convert hook to a movement, and I'm going to move myself up here. All right, well, and that's it for round 1. We'll get interrupted rest here, so I will not be resting. I'm going to move. Well, I'm going to do a couple of attacks on the martial artist this turn. Well, let's get guard up again for the same reason as... Actually, I don't need it. I'll save that for later. Okay, on the warrior, I'm going to prepare to leap in with my Volan friends here and do a couple of attacks on them. Or possibly on the west. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. Their adversaries. Start round. Volan go first. And it seems I maybe didn't shuffle this deck. I'm not sure. But I got the same spread wings, so we're moving 4. This one doesn't need to move, so it's not going to. And it's going to do an attack +2 on my warrior. It does have to roll accuracy through this object, and it hits it. That could be useful for me. I kind of want that object destroyed. And let's see, the red one's going to go ahead and move here. And then it's going to do a leap 2. And I am stunned and bleed me. I guess this doesn't actually really matter since I'm currently immune to those detrimental conditions. Thank goodness, brick wall. Now I am going to convert jab to a movement. Move 1 to there. I'm going to do... Let's do disengage first. And I'm going to turn it into an attack +1 with my combo card. That technically doesn't go there because it doesn't have a symbol. All right, so there's 1 damage to the nest. Well, now I'm going to do uppercut from attack +1. And that nest is destroyed. And I guess I didn't actually mention that part of my objective is to destroy their nests, not just that. Now it's our warrior's turn. My warrior is still gonna go ahead. Oh, this is a tough choice. You know what? I'm going to do an attack first. I want to take out that red one before I put it out of my range. So we'll do an attack +1 on it, and that finishes it. Well, it was flying over an object, so the token that it drops goes to the nearest empty space. Decision die makes it that one. And I am going to leap over here. And I will do shield bash on this one. And that is 2 -1 guard, 3 damage. And because I damaged it, it actually loses flying and goes to the nearest empty space, northwest. All right. End of round 2. So far, this is going very well. Did draw sore muscles, so I'm going to roll 2 basic attack dice real quick here. We're both good. All right. So I think on the martial artist, I'm going to go ahead and rest. On the warrior, that's 1 damage to the nest. And then we'll do our hook. Well, it is destroyed. So that's it for Volan number 1. Just to show a little bit more of the martial artist gameplay, I've set up a situation here where I am fighting a Volan sentry, a new adversary to Exiles of Volan, as my martial artist. And I know that the sentry has at least guard 1, could possibly end up having more depending on its cards. So I've set up my turn to pierce guard and to do a whole bunch of damage. So look at my setup here. Planning ahead last turn, I used long guard, which gives me guard +2 to help me out, survive some hits this round. But more importantly, once my turn comes around, I'm going to be, instead of discarding my card, I'm going to put it on my style card, and I'll be able to activate this purple combo, which gives me Pierce 3. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's say my turn's just starting. Going to put long guard down here. Start of my turn. We'll line those up, right? Hard to do in Tabletop Simulator. There we go. Good enough. All right. Well, then I know that I have Pierce here. I'm going to go ahead and use my weakest attack first, Jad. Attack -2 with my Pierce 3. Well, let's see what happens here. All right. So I do 2 damage. So we do 2 damage with the sentry. Now I have, although this was a weak attack, it gives me a whole bunch of options for comboing. I know this sentry has guard, so I really want to inflict it with vulnerable. So that's going to be my plan once I perform this attack. So I'm going to be using the blue circular combo, and I'm going to use my cross now for this one. All right, so it has its guard 1 this time. I didn't pierce it, but I did do 3 damage, and I'm going to choose to inflict vulnerable on this sentry. Now, for the cherry on top of this combo that's going perfectly so far, I am going to use my hook. I'm going to use the combo from cross to give this hook +2. So this becomes an attack +2. And even more so, I'm going to use focus energy, which I prepared on an earlier turn. and I'm going to give this attack damage times 2. Let's go ahead and roll this. It's an attack plus 2 with damage times 2. It's a crit, so that becomes 5 times 2, 10 damage. And this is one sentry that, using the combo system of the martial artist, I just tore down from full health with guard to 0 and did a whole lot of extra damage as well. So when used properly, when planned ahead, the martial artist really does an awesome job of utility against different kinds of enemies, whether it's extra attack, whether it's pierce, whether it's knockdown, stun, weaken, vulnerable. The martial artist, it rewards good planning. And I hope you enjoyed this little peek into the martial artist. Hope you join us for our Kickstarter March 10th. And again, the martial artist will be bundled free with Exiles of Volan during the Kickstarter. But once it hits retail, they'll be sold separately. So make sure that you get in on the Kickstarter while you can and take advantage of this deal. And if you have any questions about the martial artist, definitely comment below. Let me know what you think. And we look forward to hearing from you.